This video is intended to show you the differences and the relationship between claims and evidence. So claims and evidence, this is how you persuade your reader with credible information. A claim is something that you say is true. So consider the following three claims that we might make. Parking is a problem at Bergen Community College, registering for classes is a difficult process, and BCC has many student-run organizations. Well, we need to back up our claims with evidence in order to prove that it is in fact true. So let's take each one of these one at a time. The claim, parking is a problem at Bergen Community College. We might back that up with evidence saying, during the fall semester, 17% of students reported that they had difficult finding a parking space for their Monday, Wednesday, 9:30 class. The next claim, registering for classes is a difficult process. The evidence might be that we've interviewed academic advisors and they state that more students were making appointments to help registering for the spring 2018 courses. And our final claim, BCC has many student-run organizations. And the evidence we might use is that we would count up the number of student groups and we would find that according to the Student Government Association, there are 137 student groups that are run by students. However, we should really interrogate the evidence that we're using here and determine whether or not it's actually sufficient. So in the first one with the parking, you'll see in the light blue. So is this truly a problem? So if 17% of students report that they have difficulty for these particular days and times, we really have to look at this more critically. So if it's only 17%, is that really a problem? A better way to determine whether or not this is a problem is to determine the number of courses offered and the number of students taking these courses and then find 17% of that number. Then you can make an argument one way or another. So for me, looking at this particular evidence, I would have to say that I was not persuaded. Let's look at the next one. Academic advisors state that more students are making appointments to get help registering for their spring 2018 courses. So in this case, how is more defined? Is it 2 more sessions? Is it 50 more? Is it 70 more? Without that actual number, it's really hard to tell. Now let's look at this last one. According to the Student Government Association, there are 137 student groups that are run by students. So this one seems pretty good. 137 seems like a pretty high number. Of course, we could back this up by examining the number of student-run groups at area colleges like Passaic County Community College or some of the other community colleges. Or we could look at the overall number of student groups and then figure out how many are actually run by students. That would help. But this one, I think, is of the three probably the most credible. So final thoughts. So in your essays, you're going to make claims and you'll need to provide specific evidence to back up these claims. And the evidence can't just be evidence. It's got to be good, substantial evidence. And oftentimes, your claims will be your topic sentences in your paragraphs. But as you develop as a writer, you'll find that you'll include claims all throughout your paragraphs. And the most important thing that you'll need to remember is that you must provide credible evidence and that you must analyze this evidence for your reader.